What's up, Nitro Nation? Muggy Maniac is in here doing some wrenching in the cave.
Look it up yourselves.
Oh shit, who's this?
Google it. Novarosi 51021 pipe.
Oh,
Alright, it'll come in as 9886 as well. Okay? So, anyway, this is Anthony's first.
yep, that's the one.
Decent, good quality.
Like my cousin Vinny,
Okay,
my cousin Anthony.
Alright, and he is building a race kit as well, like this, which is highly recommended. Way better than RTR.
Oh yeah.
In many ways. Alright, when I get into my daughter's RTR, I will explain and show many different things. Okay? And that is not the same as the 4.0 either. Right? That is the 3.0 RTR. It's not a 4.0. Alright? But it's a great platform. Alright? Now, don't get this twisted from the 3.0 race kit either. Right? The 3.0 race kit, okay, that has the hard anodized, the better quality, better finish aluminum, better shocks, better differentials, is not like this either. Alright? But you guys cannot go wrong. People worried about saving that pennies, this is the way to go.
There you
want
go.
to start off with nitro. Instead of going to like MTs and headaches and stuff like that.
Headaches.
Right here. You cannot go wrong with this. This is awesome. Durable as hell too.
Oh hell.
But back
yeah.
to my boy.
Or Koyosho.
Alright.
Don't be messing with those monster truck headaches, people. Anyway, welcome all Muggy Maniacs, Chuggy Maniacs, Buggy Maniacs, Fifth Scale Maniacs. Well, actually, Fifth Scale Insaniacs. So, the Muggy is, got stuff going on in the kitchen. We're cooking. But you know what? We're not cooking any food. I mean, I ate a while back, but the oven was very active. But, we weren't cooking no food in here, people. You know what we were cooking? We were cooking up tires. There was a guy, it might have been Vincent, or I don't know, one of the guys. You know how I am. I'm bad with names. But anyway, he asked me a while back, can you do a video on how you get your tires unglued? So, it came to the point. These are the DE Racing Rim 4-inch speed lines that I've been running on that you see me run on my Mugen mbx7tr. Okay? Now, what has happened, nothing on my part. Glued them the right way, cured them. Even after I'm done gluing, I let the tires set for at least a day or two. Okay? I suggest the same thing, no matter how good you think you might glue them. And the glue dry, it doesn't take forever to dry. It's just better that way. Just let it set, leave it alone. Just better. Anyway, a couple times I re-glued them. A little started to come off. And then I told you lately, these things were, we were getting some major pizza cutters. As the Pico 28.8, which is, and the Novarosi, okay, and the Reds 0.21 modified. These are all modified motors. I ran them pretty much all three of my mods, my current mods, through through most of my platforms, okay. But especially through the mbx7, and we're gonna go over where I am at the painting department here. It's about ready to go. They just, as these modified motors get more fuel, you start running into them, and you start getting up around a gallon and more. That's when they become different animals. It's really crazy. You have to experience it to know, or if you have, you know what I'm talking about. Especially Italian motors, the Novarosis, the Reds, the Pico, my favorite Italians. These Italian motors, the experience that I have, stock, because I ran them all stock as well as modded. I ran them both. And either way, as you get, that's what's so cool about the Italian motors. And it's not just Italian, most motors are like that. Quality motors are. The more you break them in, the more fuel you continue to run through them. I mean, they really don't get fully, like I said before, many times seated to where the piston and the sleeve are seated together, and that means they're basically, a nice, perfect fit. Okay, they got plenty of pinch, but they're just, it's hard to explain. They're just they're, you know, broken in nice together, okay, and they're fitted well and everything. They're not still, you know, breaking in and so forth. And they continue. Even my 28.8 stock Rex Legend, which has, well over 2 gallons through it now, it's still, man, that thing still runs harder every time I take it out. It's like it's like these Italian motors, man. Whenever, you know, I don't think they really get kind of stagnant as far as their performance until you run like a few gallons through them. Then, I mean, you're not going to get any more performance out of them besides, you know, certain tweaks here and there. Pipes, shims, you know, better clutching, better hookup. Which, by the way, I think that Pico is like, man, I am like copying the way the Pico is running and copying that to the Novarossi. Okay? Because that thing is the perfect combo, the perfect clutch, everything that you know, when you get your vehicle running where it's like spot on, you know, the tune's there, the clutch is hooking up, the top end's there, the bottom end's there, the pipe's right, the venturi's right, everything's right. It's kind of like cooking. I like to refer a lot of stuff to cooking because I cook, and I'm going to do a little bit of cooking metaphors and cooking analogies, so you guys can understand, and for, you know, for the people that, you know, don't really get it at first, okay? But like when you bake a cake, okay, obviously you're gonna mess a lot of cakes up. And trust me, I've messed cakes up and lasagnas up and enchiladas and different dishes that I love, okay? You know, trial and error. Everything in life I think is trial and error, okay? Just the way it is. Hopefully you don't have to do more error in the trials and you learn from it. But, you know, some people take longer. And I've been there too. Remember, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You know, it ain't happening. You're stupid. You're crazy, insane. Okay, so anyway, you make something and you finally get it down where that thing, whatever it is, say it's a cake, lasagna, whatever, it comes out perfect, man. It's like the perfect cake. You're like, man, this is perfect. And then for some reason, and most people do this, and I know I have too, you decide, you know what, it's good, but you know, let me tweak it a little bit. Let me try this, let me try that, or let me change that. And then it ends up coming, excuse my language, coming out all fucked up. And you're like, why? The cake was great. What happened? Well, obviously what happened is you fucked with it. It was fine. You should have left the damn thing alone. So it's the same thing in 8-scale nitro, man. When you get that tune or that perfect setup to where everything's ripping, you know, I mean, the Mugen was just like pulling wheelies. This thing was doing backflips. This thing was just, it was just rapping and getting, you know, getting down and getting nasty. Okay? So I'm thinking there's nothing I need to change. The only thing I'm changing is cosmetics. Got a new body going for it. I am going to put some different rims and tires on it, but anyway, just different color. So I'm thinking, why don't I do that with the Novarossi? Well, you know what? Because the Novarossi isn't completely dialed in to my liking. The Pico's good. Pico's great, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, by the way, I didn't get a chance to run today. It was Mom and Sunday. Doesn't happen a lot. So when it happens, like, everything's on the back burner. My mom and my daughters are the most important thing to me. Besides God, I mean, you got to have your priorities right, okay? But anyway, because I'm just grateful. Thank God that I have what I have and I'm able to do this and able to, you know, enjoy. This is a luxury. Nitro is a luxury, man. Okay, it isn't a necessity. Well, I mean, it depends who you talk to. I need it because I'm a full-on, sick in the head, gearhead, nitro freaking addict. I mean, I need to go to, like, maybe they have a Nitro Anonymous or Brap Anonymous or something like that. Or people that are so sick in the head with nitro that, I mean, they need help. But I'm just kidding. But anyway, so spent the day with Mom, so I didn't get a chance to do running today, but pretty sure it's going to be happening. Going to be cracking tomorrow. So there was other things that I wanted to get done too. Once I was done spending time with my mom, I needed to, address my tire issues. I needed to set up this Novarossi 28.8 that we're going to run. Make sure, I'm pretty much copying what I got going on the Pico, and I'm going to put it on the Novarossi. The only thing I'm going to change pipe-wise is I want to try, because I ran the 9886 and the 41032 header on my mods, which is recommended for mods. Now, if you're running stocks, I recommend, and you can ask anybody, ask Mr. Za, I recommend, matter of fact, he was just talking about it in the video that I was watching when he does his cousin Anthony gets his first 28.8. That video is a couple years old, but I'm kind of started from back at the old First John videos, and I'm slowly going through all of them, watching a lot of the older ones, and kind of skipping through the ones that were mostly about pit scale, which, I still watch, but yeah, and seeing if there was anything that I missed, and I mean, not really. I mean, some of it makes more sense now. I'm having more experience under my belt than when I watched those videos when I was a newbie. So anyway, he was talking about, and I agree because I've experimented, if you're running a stock 28, whatever it is, or even a .25, like a Roma, you want to, if you're going to run the 9886, don't run the 41032 because it's really not going to do anything. Matter of fact, it's going to run better because it doesn't have the power to run that motor, to run that header. You want to run the 41031, which the 41031 is basically, it's the conical type header. I mean, I don't, this is more like a 41, no, that's not it, that's a 41001. But a 41, I'll show you what a 41031 looks like. Watch my camera work here, people, sorry about that. Let's go into the Muggies pipe and exhaust box. That's where I keep my pipes. So let's go in here, and this is not an actual one, but this is basically the same design as a 41031 header. This is a Novarossi. This is a Works, but which is Italian too. So this is kind of what it looks like. Now remember, the longer the header, like this, the more top end you're going to get. Now if you want more bottom end, you can also, with that 9886, run this. This is more like a 40, I believe this is like a 41030 maybe? I'm not sure the exact, but where you can see that this is it's a shorter header, to where the one that I just showed you, this one is a little bit kind of a different angle. But anyway, yeah, the 41032 is made for mod motors. Guys have dynoed them, engine modders dynoed them, and they run better on stock. The 41031, the 41032 runs better on the mod. So anyway, I'm thinking, okay, I baked my cake, so to speak, and this thing came out excellent. Clutch is there, pinion, 14 tooth, the springs and everything. So I'm gonna set my clutch up. I have two different ones. Now, a good thing I measured it, because I know this one is a Serpent, and I think this one is a low-C one. The low-C one will reach down in my Techno, because it's a 40, is it 43? 34? 34, yeah. This one is a 33, too small, or 43. 43, 44, so I think it's a 44. Anyway, I just measured it. Here. So we know what the hell we're talking about here. This is a micrometer. If you don't have one, get one. Invest. It's worth it. You'll save yourself many headaches. So this is actually a 34. This one is a 30. Wait a minute. I think one's smaller. I thought one was smaller than the other one. Let me try that again. 33, whatever, 0.8. This one is a, okay, 34. A little bit over 34. Okay. Anyways, point is this one is bigger. This one is a little bit smaller. I think this is the one that I was running in the Vegan Buggy, but I'm gonna run the bigger one. Anyway, I'm gonna set up the clutch the same as this. 2 carbon on 2 carbon. Okay. Oh, and I gotta make sure. Am I putting them the wrong way? Yep. Dang it. Okay, now you want it when you put the 2 different, like the 2 carbon, you want to put them across from each other, not next to. I don't know why the hell I did that. So you want to put them across. So you put the carbon on one side, and another carbon on the other side, and then you put the aluminum on one side, the aluminum on the other side. So you kind of spread them out so they're even. So anyway, I'm going to do the exact same clutch setup. The only thing, like I said, I'm doing different is I want to try, you know, the Pico pipe, which is close to an 086. Great pipe. I love this Pico. This is a EFRA 2120. This thing screams like a mother. It's got tons of bottom, but I think this is going to enhance it and give it even more because of the 41032 header that I'm going to run on there. So anyway, that's what's going on there. Getting the clutch set up for that. Other than that, Techno is ready to rock and roll now. We're going to get this thing out there and get this thing wrapping. So, next, we're at the stage of the Mugen mbx7tr body build. I've done all the masking, got the window masking in there. I've set it up so I can do the window trim. I think I'm going to do a fluorescent, which is this color right here, around the windows. You know, I was going to do the windows, these here, but I think I'm going to black them out, make them solid. You know, I've done it before. I think I did it in the other ones. Actually, my, this one here, put the windows, yeah, I think I'll just black it in there anyway, you know, just easier. I don't feel like masking all, I mean, even though it's a window mask, I was going to do the window trim around this, I'm just going to make it all solid. I'm just going to keep these windows open, the front, I mean the sides, and then the back, obviously, and then, it's all ready to go. I mean, I've got the colors that I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you guys the colors, it'll be a surprise. Gonna run a little trim in here. Now the most important thing, advice I can give you, if you're gonna paint your own bodies, the longest process is, I mean, if you're doing the picture art thing like I do, I haven't seen anybody do it except for the Velocity magazine and one other company or guy do one, but I haven't seen anybody, any like privateers or whatever you want to call them, regular Joe Blow do any. So I'm putting this so people can learn. Now, this, the masking is really important, man. The masking and the first coat is very important because that's going to set up how the whole thing even comes out. In the past, when I didn't mask well, I mean, I took my time because once I lay the border of what I'm masking, especially the corners, the outline of what you're masking, you want to make sure that's, I take my thumbnail and I kind of run it across it. I press it as well as I can because you want that stuff tight. You don't want it leaking under and then it's going to jack up the whole paint job. So I think this is going to be a sick paint job. I can't wait to get it done. I think I'll hopefully have it finished in the next few days. I might start on it tomorrow, but I don't know. Tomorrow's Easter, and you know, by the way, happy Easter to everybody. By the time you see this video, it will probably be Easter. So happy Easter. Happy brapping Easter to everybody. So yeah, I think this paint job, when you guys see it, it's going to be sick. Okay, now the next thing is, we were talking about, you know, cooking up, you know, food analogies and food metaphors, and so you guys can understand. Now, when you're ungluing the DE, now the best way that I found, and I've done them different ways, I've done the heat gun, you can do it in acetone and whatever. The easiest way to do it, but you gotta have to be patient, is you can do it in your oven. Now, I just got this little small oven. This is my little personal oven. 300 to 350 degrees. Every oven is different. This is smaller, so I put it to 350. Okay, it's a conventional oven. You put it on bake. Don't put it on broil and melt your damn tires. I melted a rim before. That's just because I left it in there too long. Don't put it on toast. You're not toasting toast. You're baking your shit. Put it on bake, 3 to 350. Now, 15 minutes normally. If you have a regular oven, I would say 300 degrees, bake 15 minutes. But all ovens vary. You're going to want to keep an eye on these things. Don't just leave it in there and go do your shit. And next thing you know, you come back and your, excuse my language, your fucking tires or a wad of rubber melted onto your shit and, you know, burn your house, whatever. Just be smart about it, okay? Be safe, people, all right? Muggy Maniac doesn't need nobody getting hurt, because, safety is important. And I've cut my finger, I've dropped X-Actos into my toe, cutting with one of those, these sharp-ass X-Acto knives, and it rolled off and the thing just stuck right in my foot. Talk about fucking, oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. And it was just, but it hit like that shit couldn't stop bleeding. I thought I was gonna bleed to death. I was like, medic, help! And using grinders, burned my hand on, when you're doing these things in the oven, wear some gloves, man, because this shit's fucking hot. Okay, so anyway, 300 degrees, 15 minutes. Now, a lot of times when you take them out, and you have gloves on, if you don't have gloves, use a towel, you can do that too, just be careful, it's going to be hotter than shit. When you start pulling on them, because what you're going to do is you're going to, pinch the ends, corners of them, and you're going to pull. Here, let me give you an example. This one's different, but you're going to, because they're hot, and you're going to pull away. Don't pull up. Sometimes you can pull back, kind of pull down like that, but you're going to want to pull away. And you'll hear them pop, and they'll pop off. Now, sometimes, I had a few times where they didn't come off. I popped some of them, but there was pieces that didn't pop off. Don't pull on them, okay? I pulled one of them, and I'm lucky I didn't rip, because if you rip your tires, you might as well fucking toss them. Your tires are done. And they're GE racing rims, racing tire. You're paying $60 for a set, so there you go. You just fucked up one of your tires, excuse my French. When you pull them off your rims, you should be looking at like this. That is good. Now, you're not going to pull them off completely clean. You're going to get a little bit of that, but that's not bad because you're not tearing the tire. I think one of them I think that's the worst that I got is that piece right there. And that pissed me off. I was like, mother flower. I know my daughter, she says she's been watching my channel, so I gotta clean my language up, people. Gotta be an example for your kids. I can't be swearing like a sailor. For guys, it's all right, but for there could be young kids on here too. I should try to clean up a little bit. I'm gonna curse here and there. I'm gonna say fuck here and there and shit and cocksucker, whatever. I don't want to get started now, but you know what I'm saying. So this is not Disney Channel. This ain't PG-13. So I always tell people that anyway. But anyway, you're gonna get a little bit of the foam from when you glued them, and I'm gonna have to clean them up, obviously. Now these tires, I'm gonna take these rims. I got another set somewhere too, but I got a brand new set of black ones. Compliments of, I had something go wrong with one of them, and they just sent me a brand new set, free. A set of DE racing rims free. So what I'm gonna do, and I think it'll look a lot better because of the paint scheme. Now I'm gonna do it so I will later be able to run the yellow tires on here too, or the white tires. See, I want to make my Truggy, as far as black, yellow, white rims, universal to go on all the Truggies. On both of my Truggies and my future Truggies. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to put a little bit of colors. I'll let you in. This strip here is going to be fluorescent on both sides. It's the only fluorescent I'm doing into the paint, besides the trimming around the window, which I think will come out cool. But other than that, it's going to be dark, either a pearl metallic blue with a little bit of white in it. Maybe a couple shade of red here and there, but you'll see it when it's done. Anyway, pull them, you'll hear them pop. as soon as you hear them pop, 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 be careful. They're going to be hotter than shit. Don't yank on them. Just slowly work them, okay? It's funny. It's and again, back to what we were talking about cooking. If you know anything about cooking, once you're done cooking something and you take it out of the oven or take it off the stove, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it continues to cook. So, like for instance, if you want a steak medium rare, you're going to want to take it off rare. So you want to cook it really, rare, pink. By the time you take it off and it sets, it'll continue to cook. It'll be medium rare, okay? You're always undercooking stuff most of the time because it's going to continue to cook when you take it off the fryer, take it out of the oven, so forth. Trust me, I've got over 30 years experience in cooking. That's why I love to cook. Never went to culinary school. I wish kind of wish I did. I just never pursued it, but anyway, you know what I mean? I'm a gearhead, so most of the stuff that, like I said, obviously you guys know what I do now. I do industrial aerospace fabrication. I work with a lot of metals, bending metals, aluminum, titanium, stainless steel. That's why when it comes to metals and aluminums, I know all about that shit. So anyway, so don't pull on them. If it's not coming off right away, because like I said, when you take them out, they're going to continue to keep getting hotter. They're not going to cool down right away. So a lot of times you'll start to pull them and they won't pull, and then all of a sudden, you'll keep working it and bam, they'll pop off. Now if they don't, and there's parts that aren't popped off, throw them back in the oven for like another 5 or 10 minutes, heat them back up again, and I had to do that a couple times to get them off right. I could have sit there and yanked on them. Some people will say, oh, take an X-Acto and you can trim. No, fuck all that. I don't want to alter the edge of these tires, because when you go to re-glue your tires, if these edges are all jacked up, they're not going to glue right. And as it is, I'm going to have to take some fine sandpaper and go over these, because I'm going to mount these tires. I haven't got my other set of Badlands yet, but I got a couple pair that I'm getting. So I'm going to have to clean up these too. And real quick, just so you guys know, I might as well do this. It's real simple. It's not astrophysics. When you go to glue them, this is the glue you want to use. You don't want to use this. Then that's no bueno. Okay. You want some sandpaper like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. See this? Real fine. You can get even finer than that, or a chore boy, or one of those green scouring pads. And what you're going to want to do, where's here? On the rim, see this lip right here? You're going to want to take this and you're going to want to sand this part of the rim. Okay? Inside and outside. Okay? Sand it down. I'm going to have to sand these really good. I want to get all that rubber off of there before I re-glue them. And anyway, you're going to get this whole edge all nice and sanded down. It's really smooth. Now, if you have new DE racing rims, then obviously, it's not gonna take you but a quick light sanding. Here's a newer one. Okay. Again, see these edges here? You want to get those nice and smooth. Not smooth. You want them scuffed up. So you scuff those up. Okay. And on both sides. Then once you're done scuffing them up, take alcohol or alcohol cleaning pad or some kind of cleaner, preferably the alcohol rubbing. I use rubbing alcohol. Did I tell you guys? I think I mentioned it. It's cheap, man. You can get, this is 99 cents. This stuff, and I fill this up in my my spray bottle, rubbing alcohol. I use it to clean a lot of shit. Alcohol will take ink off stuff. I use it to clean my body sometimes when I get grease on it or anything. I use it to clean, when I'm cleaning out, I take a Q-tip with the alcohol and I'll clean up all my, because in the room I don't want to use carburetor cleaners and I have to go outside and all that. I can just use rubbing alcohol unless it's really, really heavy, and it, for the most part, will clean your shit up really good. I use it all the time. I keep it in a little container. So anyway, clean them up with the alcohol. Then you're going to put them inside. Okay, now remember, you're having to smash these big ass things inside. Okay, your rim. Now once you put them in the rims and you get them nice and even to where they're supposed to go, then you're going to take your medium glue, which is, I use Dynamite right here, medium. Doesn't dry doesn't take a week to dry, and it doesn't dry in 3 seconds. Okay, it's medium glue. It's what you want to use. Okay, then you're going to go around the edges, and all you're going to do is see here the little lip right there. Get a better lighting over here. And you're just going to want to see that little. See if we can get focused here. There's a little lip in between the tire and here. And you're just going to want to dab it in there. Move it to the next one, dab it. Move it to the next one, dab it. Now you could put rubber bands on your tires if you want, if that helps you. I really don't use the rubber bands. I don't need to, but some people do. I guess just because sometimes I don't know, depending on, you know, how tight you put the rubber bands. They also make those tire rubber bands. You can use those too. But anyway, and you just a little bit. No, you only do one side at a time. Get all 4 of your tires and rims set up. Do the backs, the backs or the fronts first. Let all of those set, and then don't do the front on one and then do the back on the same one. Don't do that. Trust me, there's a reason, and sometimes things you don't need to know why. Just don't do it. It's kind of like slamming your finger in the car door. Nobody really asks you why, other than, you know, you already know it hurts like hell. That's why. But, you know. Anyway, pretty easy. Okay, so that's the easiest to do if you want to do it that way. So far, there's other ways I'm going to try to eliminate the ballooning on these, because I don't want them to start ballooning again, even though I'm putting them in, you know, different rims, the DE racing rims. You know, I already tried it the regular way that I just showed you, and they still will balloon after a while. Especially because these Badlands are going to soften up. When you first get the Badlands, they're pretty stiff. I mean, you know, once you work them in, man, they get real soft. You can, like, pinch, like I showed you guys in that one video. So anyway, that's pretty much a simple way to do it. And if you want, you can. I'm going to try. I heard that's a good idea. Punch holes in the foam. That keeps the foam from expanding. If you understand rotating mass, when this thing's spinning like crazy, you know, 50,000 RPMs, this shit expands. So by punching holes in the foam, it eliminates a little bit of that. I might even end up just getting some Gorilla Tape and Gorilla Taping the inside of the tires, because I have a feeling they're gonna still. I'm waiting for these ones to do that. These ones are probably going to come undone soon too, if they already haven't. Matter of fact, I'm going to take them off, and I haven't even checked these in a while now that I think about it, before I run these tomorrow. Make sure they're not coming apart. If they are, I need to glue them. I might take these off too. But anyway, so that's all I got. That's what's going on. That's a quick update with the Muggy. That's 33 minutes. So we're trying to cut back these videos. You know, let's just get in and get out. You know? The old saying, you know, just give me the baby. Spare me all the labor pains. That's why I don't do a lot of unboxings. I don't want to see your just let me see the shit. How's that? Okay. So anyway, now there was a guy, I think his name's Big Jim. Big Jim. He's from Australia. He's a newbie. Welcome, by the way, all new subscribers. Not just newbies, but new subscribers. Now he asked me about the glue. He said he can't get it. It's on eBay, Mr. Jim. Big Jim. I thought it was kind of cool, because I watched John and when I'm wrenching. He said, "You're my favorite YouTube guy to watch while I'm wrenching." I was like, man, that made my day, man. And I appreciate that. You know, so I try to keep my videos, keep them going, you know. I mean, I wasn't even going to really do one tonight, but, you know, since I'm doing all this shit, might as well show you guys what I'm doing, and since a few people ask about stuff. So he asked, where does he get it? Here you go, it's right there. There's the part numbers on there and the whole shebangy. Okay, XX main racing picture glue, dries clear and flexible. Okay, 560. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't know if that was like that when I ordered it, or I probably wouldn't have ordered it. You're paying, but you know, but I do understand because this is from Canada. It's different. But still, look at that, $6.69. It's more for the shipping than it is for the, excuse my language, the fucking glue. And you've seen how tiny that damn thing is. And they give you some examples of people that have done shit. I mean, there's some cool pictures, man. Look at that. Is that pretty sick or what? Look at that. I don't, is that? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Is that Britney Spears or something? Oh, check that one out. Kind of like mine, but no. There's Superman. Somebody did the Superman action. You know, these are cool. Look how badass that. That's what, when I seen this stuff, that's why I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do me one. I mean, it's pretty cool. I guess somebody did a Superman one. I don't know what that is. It's like some kind of monster truck. Pretty cool. Anyway, so there you go, man. Get your glue if you want to do it, you know. It's just make it your own, man. Or spend $200 and get Hydro Pit Dog, whatever his name is, that does Johns and Barry Gamble. I mean, those guys do sick work. I'm not even close to that good. I mean, I thought about getting all the airbrushes and all that stuff, but you know, I just do my own with what I can. There's guys that ask me that they wanted me to do their bodies, and you know, who knows? Maybe I might. I mean, I already offer my nitro services to people as it is. I don't think I've ever told you guys, but I have an ad on Let It Go, which is a place where people sell shit, and also on Facebook. You can look up, if you guys Facebook me. You guys know my name, Kurt Hernandez. Anyway, I have a service. It's $25 an hour I charge. I've worked on a few vehicles. I think I did. You guys seen the video? I did the old XTM buggy, which is by the same company that makes this thing. That thing was a frickin' Frankenstein, man. That thing had every different nut and bolt you can think of, man. Duct tape, gum, everything holding that thing together. But, you know, I got it going for the guy. And, you know, pull start shit. I was like, man, that reminded me why the hell I don't have one. I did another guy had one of those sand monster trucks. That thing has a huge motor on it, but it's a pull start bullshit again. And it's just a big, you know, giant monster truck that you could never run a bump box. So you're either pull starting or rotor starting. That's why if I do build a monster truck, it will be probably like my XTM. I won't do the low-C ones that you gotta pull start them or rotor start them, or the Savages. Fuck all that headache. No thanks, I'm good. So anyway, Mugen ain't doing nothing right now. She's kind of just, you know, hanging out. I got plans for her, so I'm in no hurry. That Reds motor, I don't know. I might have to throw it in a trucky because I don't like to have it just sitting there. Paid too much for it. And it runs strong in the truggies. So anyway, that's what's going on. Next time you guys see the video, hopefully I'll have at least the first coat of paint. Also, another thing besides the masking, like I said, the first coat of paint. When you do the first coat of paint on bodies, go light, man. I made the mistake of doing it heavy because I'm like, okay, my first coat, let me at least cover it. You don't even going to get it all covered. You just want a light dusting, okay? Because if you try to do it too heavy or a little bit too much, that's the first coat. It's going to run into everything. You want to do like the first, I'd say 2 coats really light. I'll show you guys what it looks like and as the process goes. And I can't wait, man. The best part about this is when you peel the outside shit off and you're like, oh snaps, that shit looks badass. I'll probably won't let you guys see it until I'm done. This is the masking stage. It's getting ready to get painted. It's done being masked. So you'll see it with different DE racing rims on it. You'll see a whole different mbx7 that I'll unveil to you guys, and it's going to look pretty sick. Anyway, that's all I got. I got to do some more wrenching, set up my clutch, get the Techno ready to do some brapping tomorrow. Hopefully I have time. So anyway, that's all I got. Shout out to all, you know, all my brothers. Roger 111 doing his thing. Mr. Zod doing your thing. Brother from another mother. Elite RC, my brother. You know, Whipkey. All those other guys out there. You know, even James Lights Out Jones, we call him. You know, you guys keep doing your thing. Keep it real. Keep it pure. 100%. I've already weeded probably a dozen people off my channel already. And it's funny, you wouldn't know by my subscribers really hasn't changed. Actually, I got more subscribers now, and I've got rid of a bunch of people. You know, I want to keep my channel pure. I know some people, oh, what are you being a governor? And you're talking about, you know, other people. And, well, you can govern your own channel. Don't try to govern somebody else's channel and tell somebody else how to run their shit. Too many people are running their mouth and they're not running nothing. You know, I'm not going to blow smoke up nobody's ass. If you don't like my channel, if I offend you, then go unsubscribe, go make your own channel. How's that? If you don't like the way I run my shit, go make your own channel, make your own shit, be in charge of your own shit. But don't try to come on my channel and try to run my shit, okay? Play, like I said, you play by my rules or you don't play at all. And I don't want to be a dick, you know what I mean? But sometimes I guess you have to, because people think that they know everything, and they're what I call broke know-it-alls, and they don't know shit. And do I know everything? Hell no. I already told you. I tell you that all the time. I don't know, you know, I'm not no expert at this. I do what I got to do, and I know what I'm doing as far as what I'm telling you, because I've done it many times the wrong way and the right way. And my sources and my information are pretty solid. So they speak for themselves. Proof is in the pudding. You see me run my shit, and I keep it real too. When I run my shit, it's not all perfect. I film you guys everything that's going on when I'm running. The next videos you see from me running, we're going to, you know, if the thing flames out, if the idle's all jagged, but we're going to get it right. Trust me, by the end of my video, it might not start out all, you know, peaches and creamy. But by the time that video's ending, somewhere in towards the end of it, you're going to see my shit, like, getting down. Laying down an idle, brapping, you know, wheelies, doing whatever. You know, you're going to see my shit run the way it's supposed to. And I'll make sure of that. Trust me. So anyway, that's all I got, everybody. Peace out. Remember, if you got shelf queens and you got your shelf bitches, you know, hanging out and you're not doing anything, just make sure you set your piston bottom dead center. Don't fuck up your motors. Okay? So, that's all the Muggy Maniacs got. Peace, I'm out.